Hello Leos, welcome to your weekly tarot reading for the week of July 13th to the 19th. Now I know that the 13th and the 14th are over, so I apologize for the delay in getting the video to you. So let me see here. So I'm using a different format like I told all the other signs. So let's just do a 4-card draw. Okay, so I have the first, interesting. So you have two very, very good cards to begin with. Well, three of them in general. So I mentioned for the other signs, it's going to be the first house, the fourth house, the seventh house, and the 10th house, which deals with the first house is basically the face that you present to the world, and this is going to be generally your overall environment and how you feel this week. So we have a little bit of a blast from the past, the Six of Cups. So most of you are going to be interacting with somebody that you haven't, that you fell out of contact with for quite some time in the past, or you're going to be reminded of situations from the past by proxy of being with somebody else that reminds you of something that happened in the past, or there are going to be opportunities for you to engage with friends, with former colleagues, with just people from your past in general. This is also in the traditional tarot deck. It's the card of children. It's feeling very bliss, uninhibited, and in a way, it's like childhood innocence coming to the fore. So I feel that a lot of you are going to be re-examining the things that brings you emotional fulfillment, and you're going to go out into the world and try to achieve those things. And it's next to the Nine of Cups, which is your fourth house. So I do feel in general there are going to be people, especially family members, that are coming together to try to help you solidify some aspect in your life. It could be like, seeing family members for a party, for weddings, for things like that, for even birth dates, like a younger cousin's birthday, sibling's birthday, something like that, to that effect. And so the next card we have here, which signifies the fourth house, which deals with the family, the mother, and also just generally the things that you need in order to take you back to a place in time where you feel emotionally fulfilled. And we have the Nine of Cups, which is the wish card. And one of the thing about this is it's a really, really nice card. And I do feel there's kind of like a lot of help coming through for you. A lot of help coming through, and a lot of like emotional rapport. And you're going to encounter people in general that give you a very, very stable foundation, that help you out, that who you feel like you've known for quite some time, okay? Even though you just met them, you feel like you've known them forever. So this is a really, really nice, almost like fated type of meeting if you are meeting new people. And it's important for you to just go out there and really let down your guard, because you're going to encounter a really like enchanted type of energy about the people that you're interacting with, where you feel like you spent like past lives with them, you've known them forever. So it's a really very beautiful energy. The next card coming through is for the seventh house, which deals with relationships. So we have the Queen of Swords in the reverse position, and what I am getting in this situation is that, in the traditional deck, the Queen of Swords is somebody who's very logical, who's very rational, who's a little bit she's very blunt with her communication. In this situation, in the reverse position, it could be somebody who is quite intuitive. At the same time, there's an element here. I do feel an element here in which both parties are kind of like putting down their wall, their defenses. And if you are involved with like an air sign in a romantic type of relationship or a work partnership, what I do sense is it's like, at this point in the communication style between the two of you, or at this point in your interaction with one another, you're letting down your defenses and you're approaching relationship in a more emotionally fulfilling way. You are more open to, I guess, you're less prone to rationalizing and making sense of the things that happen. You're just more willing to go ahead with how you feel about other people, and you're making concrete actions, or you're making decisions based on an emotional rapport that you have with somebody else. So for example, if you have, like, if you're out there dating and you have several choices or several partners that you're trying to decide from, and the rules in the past, you ultimately want somebody who's stable. For example, for those who want a monogamous relationship, you want somebody who's stable, you want somebody who has a certain level of education, for example. But now none of those rules that have applied in the past will be applicable now, because you ultimately want somebody who makes you feel just very, very good, fulfilled emotionally. So that's what you're looking for in terms of relationship, and it looks very, very promising. One of the elements here is that I do feel, for those of you who are in relationships with somebody who might be emotionally blocked, all the blockages are going to dissipate for this week, and you're going to be able to connect with that person on a deeper emotional level. So either way, it looks very promising, and you might have an air sign in your relationships somehow, like work partnerships, or significant relationships, or even like casual dating, who actually makes you feel very good. Okay, so it looks very nice. And the last card here is actually a very, very good card. If you're going to get this card at all, it's best to get it in the reverse position. So we have the Five of Cups, which indicates, like, it does indicate a falling out that might have happened in the past, and this is in the in the career work situation, and also regarding your finances. So you might have had a situation in a falling out or not seeing eye to eye with a coworker, a boss, employer, a supervisor even, in your work environment. And for a lot of you, I do feel that this situation is, now it's in the reverse position. So you're not going to give it much stock or time. You're not going to like run it through your head constantly and see what went wrong. You're just very over it at this point. Okay, so it looks very promising. There would be as well a financial windfall coming through. And in a work environment where you feel that you couldn't really speak out for yourself, where you felt very suppressed, where you felt that other people weren't on board with you, things are starting to turn around for the better, mainly because you are surrounded, the work card is surrounded by the wish card. And it's also, in the past, you were in a situation where communication felt stifled, but now everything is turning around for the better this week, and there's breakthrough in communication, there's breakthrough in your understanding. Workflow might be improved as a result of, finally, your work responsibilities, your workflow, everything is starting to click. There's that light bulb that went off, and you are coming into a situation where you know what you're doing. So everything is just going very, very smoothly. So I would say this is the week in which your family situation is going really well. Work is relatively smooth, and I feel that it is going to smooth out even more towards the end of this week. And then there's a breakthrough in communication. There's a different approach in which you are approaching all of your interpersonal relationships. So, and you're letting down, your defense, and you're being more open and receptive to people coming into your midst. So it looks very favorable. So once again, I apologize for the late video, and I do hope you enjoy your weekend. Take care of yourself, Leos.